Welcome back to all the crackers in the box. Okay, so I have two sides. This is my first side. This one is a little bit crazy. I had this big thick 4-weight and this has made this one wider and also thicker and a tiny bit longer. So if I take the other one, like I can live with that. That's not going to be a problem. I mean, we can work around that for sure. However, what I can't work around is the fact that I'm about 5 rows of black need to be added. So see, this one is a little, my first one has a lot of these kind of spots where I really, like, I don't know what I did, but I think I just like missed a stitch or added a stitch, took a stitch out. So I was really all over the place, where this one I was a lot more on target and I kept it straight. Like you can see the line is really, really good on this one, or this one has a wonky donkey, just out to lunch kind of thing going. So that's fine. That is what it is. So I'm going to add 5 more rows to this. However, I did start already with my weaving in my ends. Don't they look so nice? Just gone. Bye, ends. Bye. So glad you're here today. Let's do some crochet. Few things about this is a little bit imperfect. So this is beautiful. Like, I absolutely adore the picture. This is so what I wanted. The colors are right there. It is really pretty. This one is a matching one, but it is slightly different. The reds are a little different, like as if, you know, it's in a slightly different area. The oranges are not the same. So when I put them together, it's going to be 2 spectacular pictures, and I'm really quite excited about it. And I actually don't mind this one being smaller. It just means that this one will wrap a little more because this is the back and this was an afterthought. My whole plan did not include this one. This one I came up with after I was finished this one. I didn't want a plain back. I wanted something you could flip over and have 2 different pictures. So we are going to get this started. And it's going to be a whole lot of fun because now I have to keep track of 5 rows. Okay. So, yeah, I got some ends done. I'm really excited about how quick this is going. And 2, 3, 4, 5. And just remember, I'm making the actual pillow to go in to fit the size of this. This one was based off the size of the pillow already, which I might just condense a bit more. Who knows? Right now, I'm just going to work on this bit, get these 5 rows in, get them to the same length, at the very least. The width I can live with, but the length I cannot. I just don't think that's going to work out. And then I'll be able to join them together after I get all the ends all knotted and put away so they don't end up as a tangle mess. I know everything will be on the inside, but I don't want it to start unraveling or come undone or become loose, because then I'd have to take it apart to fix it, and I don't want to have to do that, so I am going to try my very best to avoid that. And we're just going to go like that. And we're just going to keep on flying through on row 1. So it's supposed to be 92 rows. This one is 92, but I guess because my yellow as well is a bit of a thinner yellow. I think this one here up here, because there's 2 yellows. This is the same yellow here. This one up here was a bit thicker, so I was using up the last of some of my loops and threads. And some of those colors did not exist. Like this red I couldn't get more of, so I just kind of used what I had, figuring I was only doing one side, it'd be fine. But then I got the brilliant idea of doing two, but I don't mind the reds not matching. I think it's going to look really, really neat. It's just going to look like two different times of looking at the sun. So you got the hunter looking for the deer, and the deer's over there, more in the sun, which is set even lower than when he was in the sun. That's why I'm looking at it. Because this is so much bigger, this part. And this one is looking like, you know, I don't know. No, well, maybe, hard to say who's got the lower sun. Maybe him. I think he might actually, now that I'm looking at it a little closer here. But what can you do? Got myself a cute little satin bonnet to wear to bed, so maybe my stuff will be protected from my blue hair. So I'm really happy about that. That is a really good deal. I was looking at that for a long time, and we got them in at my work, so I was like, well, this is my sign that I need to get these to help to try them out. I'm just going to keep on going through. Just like that, with single crochets. And just making this into a beautiful, beautiful pillow, not blanket. Got blanket on my mind. I'm doing so good with my blanket too that I'm just really excited that these couple projects are like getting so close to the end, because this tapestry alone has taken me so long to do. And that's to be expected. Tapestries can be rather complicated with all your color changes following a grid, usually a graph, a grid, something like that, where you have to basically put in this color here, that color there, or you're not going to get the picture you're looking for. Kind of makes sense, I guess. Yeah, I'm very happy with how this is turning out. I know it's not perfect, and that's okay. I am learning how to do tapestry, but I'm feeling like I have learned a lot more from doing this over my corner to corners, which have been fantastic as well. Learned a lot from those. Just basically how to follow a grid, how to keep yourself on the right pattern, to not beat yourself up when things aren't going right and you need to redo something. It's not the end of the world. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. Just a nice, simple, single crochet. One of my favorite stitches to do because I do it so much. Well, I do a lot of amigurumi, so single crochets, I am quite good at getting them done. As opposed to some of the other stitches that I don't do as often, like double crochets. Double crochets, sometimes I forget how to do them, and I just look at my hands and go, yeah, I should know how to do this. Has that ever happened to you? Probably. I think all of us get that once in a while. I haven't done this stitch in a while. How do I do this stitch? Turn the work. So we're turning the whole project. And we're just going back. So this is row 2. And I am writing it down on a piece of paper because if I go do something else for a little bit, I will forget my number. I know myself well enough to know there's no way I'm keeping a number in my brain for the day. That's just not happening. And get through. There we go. And just look at that. And that's why I was talking about in one of my videos earlier this week about a stiff material. See, this one is coming out so tight, it is going to keep its shape. It's not going to lose its shape at all. There's just no way. no way, no how this could lose its shape. It is stiff, 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 stiff. Very tightly woven. Like, I mean, I probably could try a half double crochet, which might be a slightly looser one, but I do kind of like how it's stiff, and for like bags and whatnot, this is perfect because you put a nice liner on the inside of it. You'll never see your craziness on the inside. And yeah, you end up with a really cute design. I may look into that because I do like a nice tote bag. I mean, you can't go wrong with them. I've only got one that I've been rocking around with a lot, and kind of think I need a few more, especially for my crochet stuff. Maybe one with pockets on the inside. Ooh, that would be nice. Some nice pockets for your hooks and your notions and whatnot. I do like the knitting bags I see with the holes in them. So they basically leave a little hole for the yarn to come out of the side of it instead of over the top. That might be an idea. But they usually have a grommet in there, and so I don't know if I have any at the moment. But I mean, it's not like they're not easy to come across. They're pretty easy to find. I'm pretty sure I can find that at the dollar store, even my store. My store has some very interesting items. It's more of a boutique, general store kind of feel to it, where you get a little bit of everything. Nothing wrong with that. Makes it very interesting. Works in our little community quite well. Anyway, so I might actually have something like that at my work. So my eldest daughter has been looking for a craft that suits her. Something that just grabs her, that she can just make stuff besides her drawing. She wants to do something with her hands, because she feels that she's playing too many video games, and it's not stimulating her mind, and she gets really kind of jealous when I make a whole bunch of stuff and she hasn't. She has told me that she really likes hand sewing. So if she wants to hand sew, that's really fun. I'm not the best at it, but my mom is really good at it. So if I can't help her, or YouTube can't help her, we have Grandma's World to help out. So that is going to be a good adventure, because yeah, my stitching is all over the place. I just get so frustrated with it. I don't think I do a very good job. I feel very amateur, and then it just makes me not want to do it. It's one of those weird ones where I will try other things over and over till I get good at it, but that's one of those ones that I just somehow have this expectation that I should be good at it. I don't know why I feel that way, but it is what I feel about it, and it's just kind of odd, to be honest. Yeah, and I know I had the same amount of stitches going up and same amount going up and down, same amount of rows, and somehow I ended up with this one being so much smaller, but I think it's more the yarn. I'm using the same hook size, but a lot of the yarns were thinner, just a bit thinner, but enough thinner that I can see a big difference. And you know what? I'm going to be okay with that. I'm not going to cry about it. I'm going to make it look like that's what I intended, and we're going to go from there. I'm not going to be all crazy about it, because there's no point. No point. I go almost to the end of this second row. Then I'm just going to check the sizing and make sure that I have the right amount in my head that I need. Okay, pull that so it doesn't get pulled. So we're going from middle top, to here. So that's the middle. I'm going to pull you down here. And now it feels like this is too long. Oh gosh, what did I do? Did I actually do something I didn't need to do? It's okay. But I really feel like that is actually all I need. It was a lot less than I thought. So we'll go up here, I'm gonna go smooth it out, hit the top. And yeah, they are the same. They're the same now. Okay, so I think that is it on these extra rows. that I was so concerned about. But it turns out it wasn't that big of a concern because it was only 2 rows, which I had a feeling on, so I hadn't cut off the black, but I feel like these are the same length. And the only thing that's different is that they're slightly wider for the guy on the horse, which is not so bad. So yeah, we're lining up really nice here. Okay, I think this is it. I think I have my lengths. So I am going to cut this off now. This is happening right now. I'm not going to hold off. I'm going to do it because this is close to the end, and I would love for it to be done. And a little bit of black left on this ball. Very nice. It's a good weight. I believe this is a discontinued one as well. I believe it's it's Bernat Cozy style. There's like 1,000 meters or something in it. So yeah, there was quite a bit to work with. So now we're going to flip this one over. This one I have not put in as many ends. But you see the ends, they're quite, not too bad. Not too bad. So we're just going to grab out one of these. I need a new one of these real bad. I have crushed that one so bad. But we are going to use, I think this one looks wide and not too long. I don't want an overly long one, but these smaller ones here have a smaller eye. So it makes it a little trickier to get the yarn in. So we're going to close that, not sit on it. And I'm just going to work on a few ends to get in because that is the most tedious part of this kind of thing. Yeah, this one feels looser. It definitely does. But the stitches are the same. I didn't use a different stitch. Did I? Nope. I don't think I used a different stitch at all. Oh, so I need to compare this side to that side. Yeah, they look the same. So, it is what it is. I think it's the yarn. This thicker yarn will do that. So I got to be very careful, especially with things like tapestry. If I want my pieces to be the same, I should probably make sure all my yarns are the same, exact same weights. But, you live and learn. I already kind of knew this. So I am not overly upset over the size difference. I think it's going to be fine. Because the other one with the deer that I just finished, yay, finished! I did a finish! That one is going to end up being the back. So it was just a little afterthought that I thought would look really cool with the other one, so I didn't want a plain back. Make sure that isn't coming out on the other side, because I had really bad luck with that the other day, and I was really, really not too happy because I had to take it all out. And go through, up and under, up and under, up and under. Now we're going to push this through a little bit more. And I'm probably going to put some little touch of glue on the ends just to make sure they stay where they're supposed to, because I find when I for some reason cannot get my ends to stay in. I don't know if anyone else has that problem. They probably don't. I assume they don't. But I find a little piece of fabric glue will help secure it in place, so when I wash it and whatnot and all it gets sat on, it's not going to come out. Anyways, I'm really excited to be at this point on this project, and I'm really happy you joined me today to watch me finish getting at least the lengths the same. Super glad you're here today, and we will see you again very soon. Bye.